buddy?
November. Happy Monday, man. Happy Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, flying by. Flying fly, yo. Episode 31. We got 30 behind us already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know the vibes. Welcome to the Freeman Cage podcast, where we lock into a free state of mind each and every pay week on all DSPs, of course. But I got my main guy, my ace, my left and my right this week, Shawn, better known as Mr. SenorLee on all your socials.
You know.
And me, I'm Kenny, man. Also known as King Kapnick on all those socials. But yeah, man. October came and went, yo. Halloween, all that. Like it's over, yo. It's like it's over already. But how you doing, man? How's your day? How's what you got set up for November? Let me hear that first.
Oh man. November, of course, is Scorpio season. You know what I mean?
Oh
So,
shit.
hide your feelings because the
mean,
Scorpios are coming out and we're not taking any prisoners.
Follow a couple horoscope people, man. Scorpios never get the good rap, man.
Nah, we don't. We really don't. Man. We really don't. But yeah, other than another trip around the sun. Thanksgiving's always a good thing to look out for. Good eats, good laughs with family and friends. Another month at work, getting close to the end of the year. It's like, all right, preparing for next year. What's happening with policies and changes and stuff like
Budget
that.
cuts.
Yeah, yeah, man. So if you ain't planning for it in your budget, you better make some quick adjustments before the year is out, man.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the wrong side of the chopping block.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, before even November, I mean, definitely. I know last episode I told you like the mood was like off and shit like that.
Yeah. How's your mental health, so to speak, going into November?
Officially, like today, it was like okay, cool.
You
Like,
back?
yeah, my man. Hey.
My man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the great news. And what the hell else happened? Oh, Miami trip,
Oh, it's funny because I forgot what we was talking about last week, but I was like, "Yo, man, we're gonna do something with the kids tomorrow."
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
he said, "Yo, I'm in the Uber right now, about to catch this flight real quick. Be back like early Monday, man." I was like, "All right, be safe." You know what I'm saying? But Miami was cool. It was jumping.
It was cool. It was cool, man. Shout out to DJ. We went out there for his birthday.
Nice,
It was
nice.
wifey's extended birthday.
Okay.
And I haven't been to Miami in like 10 years, bro.
Pre-marriage.
Yes.
It's like kids, like cover your ears for this part.
Yeah, man. But it's still live. Even after the pandemic, they have the same situation like we have here in New York, where they have the outdoor dining in the
Okay.
street, so
Okay.
you can see like since people couldn't be indoors, they pushed everything outdoors.
Well, with South Beach,
Right.
it was kind of already that atmosphere.
On the sidewalk, yeah, but now they pushed it into the street and they
Oh,
fully
even
don't let
more
no
space.
more cars.
I'm about to say that tight two-way got
Right,
tight.
right. So they don't let no more cars on Ocean no more. It's just you can walk the strip and
Damn.
that's it.
Niggas starting there renting Lambos
Yeah,
down
man.
South Beach used to be
Yeah,
the. You know what I mean? Like,
nah.
that's what you
Well,
get.
they shut all that shit down, but it was cool, man. Wifey enjoyed herself. We went to this pizza bar, fam, where you could roll up your weed, you could do whatever you
It's
want.
called the Pizza Bar.
It's called a pizza bar, bro. You
I'm
can
mad
get
at
your
that.
pizza, you can get your drinks, and then in the back, it's a dope setup. It's like bleachers,
Mhm.
but it's like a big ass open space in the middle with a dance floor.
Oh,
So it's like,
Pizza Bar. Okay.
yeah,
Mental
man.
note.
I'm
Mental
telling
note.
you, I'm telling you.
Down South Beach, hit up Pizza Bar, bro.
Facts, man.
That
Like,
sounds like a vibe.
hell yeah, like I felt like I was at an old school reggae party, and
DJ was popping.
yo,
I love when the DJ's popping.
DJ was
Like, yo,
legit.
that's what's up, man.
DJ was fucking legit, man. But we had a good time, man. It was good. No
Um,
complaints.
being in and out of these circles and new places, as COVID wears on, how was the vibe? In the fourth quarter of the pandemic, it feels like. How was the shakes out there?
Oh, they didn't give a shit out there.
Nice, nice.
Florida don't give a
You
shit.
gotta move. Like, not that. Hey, you can't move on, but
Yeah.
you gotta put it behind you. If that makes sense.
I'm telling you, I was on the train yesterday. People are getting back on like like, well, I know you don't take the train, but for my folks out there who take the train, you know when you sitting down and there's a little bit of space between you and the next person, and people come and they're like,
they do the point,
and then they sit on you and the next person. That's back.
That's back.
That's back.
Oh nah, I need my 24 inches on the seats.
Yeah,
Like,
that's over with. That's over with.
wow, they rubbing shoulders. It's really
Yeah,
over.
man.
No more 6 feet. Nobody's respecting the distance no more.
No more.
That's spicy.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it though, man. We're gonna talk about it.
That's a fact. What about you since the last show, man? What's going on?
Last show. Moving on. Just, moving on. But honestly, nah, kids are doing good. They're super adjusted now as far as that. Wife's off maternity leave, so she's back in the corporate world again.
Nice. Shout outs to Jen, man.
Yeah, man, bittersweet. You know, like, I love me a good old barefoot at the house. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Taking care of the kids, kind of lady. But
yeah, yeah.
But she a city girl, man. She got to hit the streets. So
she a city girl.
but she got back to it. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. You know, adjusting again with the kids and everything. But it's been a good transition with that.
Good, good.
Other than that, work's been decent. Had to cut out early a few days, couple weeks, but hey, man. Until they fire me. No, just playing. just playing. Love the job. Love the job.
Until they fire me.
Love the job. But yeah, everything's good, man. Can't complain. Family's good. Health is all right. Definitely still got to get back in the gym. I promised myself November 1st, and we here already. So that's why I don't never tell myself the year. But you know what I mean. but hey, man, I'm working on it, man. One day at a time. One day at a time. But yeah, it's been good, man. Can't complain.
No, that's good, man. Listen, it's good to see you. Like, it's funny after every show. It's like life takes over.
Yeah.
And at least we got text messages and shit.
You know what I mean? Like, try to keep in tune. Like, yo, did you see this?
Yeah.
Did I? You know what I mean? But yeah, always a pleasure to see you, bro. Love you much.
Oh, definitely.
But hey, another thing that happened, Chicago, man. Chicago Sky. Wait, before we get into this, I gotta ask you because of the last episode. As you know, the WNBA hype is increasing.
Yes.
A lot of good things have happened.
Yes.
You spoke about your infatuation for the, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Have you copped the WNBA jersey yet?
Let me tell you. I
like no. Talk to me. What happened?
It is not my fault. Listen. So I went looking for the Kalia Copper. She won the
Cooper?
MVP.
Yes, Copper.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So I went everywhere, bro. Fanatics, NBA store, nothing. All they have is the shields. They don't even have Candace jersey.
Yeah, or Candace. They shouldn't have Candace.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sold out.
They got the T-shirt with Kalia's name on it.
Nobody wants a T-shirt.
Yeah, so, hey, listen.
Kalia,
if you out there, huh?
You got to go to eBay straight already? That's it?
That's my next option.
I'm not trying to
Either that or StockX.
I'm not trying to StockX a WNBA jersey.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. So, Kalia, if you out there.
My man needs one, man.
Large.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? Please.
Is it a woman's cut? You might need an X.
Listen.
Might need an X or two in that bad.
Yeah, just hit me on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what I mean? We'll have a conversation.
Yeah, man. SenorLee on all your socials, man.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then have Candace holla at my man Ken Katnick.
Ken Katnick.
You know
I can use a Parker jersey.
We want to rep.
I want a Parker jersey. I'm gonna need like 3 X's though. But I want the Candace. But congrats to her and the Chicago Sky there to bring it home for the hometown.
Absolutely, man.
And that's big because she was she retired this the year beforehand or like stepped away from the game for a little bit to do the announcing?
I think so. I think it was because of the bubble.
Okay,
I can't confirm though.
I got a feeling she wasn't involved with the bubble work, maybe.
Right.
So it was like not a retirement, but it was more of a step away.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the announcing that she did.
Yes.
I love her roasting Shaq. That was always spot on.
Yeah.
But yeah, for her to suit up again for her hometown and win one, it's a good sign off for her, man. She's doing great things. I do got a low point though with the WNBA.
What's that?
Prior to Chicago Sky taking over, you know, the playoffs was hot. They was running in between our last episode and now, like. But don't get me wrong, man. I love what they're doing. The sport's increasing in popularity. The women are getting better at the sport. I understand that.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I go to ESPN, I see all the highlights and everything looks great. But the 3 or 4 times I happened to be home at the same time the game was on, I turned the game on like, oh shit, you know, game 2, dope, playoffs. Go down, Mr. Layup, steal, Mr. Shot. Come down, steal, missed the shot. I was like, damn, that's a long sequence of nothing. Like, all right, whatever. Next time, you know what I'm saying? I come back an hour later, and don't get me wrong, the points have increased in the score, but every time I get to it, break.
Really?
Foul line, not making it.
Like during the finals?
Not the finals, the playoffs leading into the finals.
Oh.
Like I only caught game 2 in its entirety for the finals. Everything else was hit or miss. But the playoff games I was catching leading up to it, every time I happened to turn to it, it was just an unfortunate sequence of missed shots, steals. It just looked like terrible ball every
That's
time I happened to
crazy.
hook up. But you see the highlights. I'm like, when
Yeah.
is this happening? I know I should sit down and watch the entire game.
Yeah,
I
because
know
I
I
was
should.
like, when I watched it, it was like, I'm
Mixing.
like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, the
Like,
highlights be crazy. They be mixing bank shots, all
yeah.
kinds of joints. Every time I happen to tune in live,
Oh,
though, I'm getting a
I
bad
feel
sequence.
bad for you,
Yeah,
bro.
like
You got to talk to your cable provider. Like,
hey, I ain't even lie, I ain't got cable no more, man. I switch over to them Wi-Fi niggas,
that's
man.
probably what it
That's
is.
what it
Man.
is. They just give me the low lights. I'm about to spring for a cable box, man.
Listen, he Wi-Fi only, man.
Wi-Fi only.
He ain't gonna get none of the good parts of the game. That's crazy.
You said, and he went HD? Nah, give him the trash.
That's
Give him the
wild.
trash. Oh man, but yeah, man. Shouts to Candace, man.
Yeah.
She was one of my top 2 people as far as taking a shot. Yeah, she made it.
But before we move to the next segment, man,
Talk to me.
I was talking to a good friend of mine, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Nola. I realized today I am a proud member of the Nah I'm Up Club.
Nah, I'm up.
Right. So
React.
you know this. Every man out there knows this. You're watching the show with your woman, wife, whatever she is to you, right? All of a sudden, you get in that comfortable spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pillow's just right.
The groove.
Body good. It's getting cold now. You got that nice comforter that rubs your body ever so nicely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Eyes getting heavy. You know what I'm
like
saying?
weights.
Yeah. You're all good until she catches you. And she's like, you going to sleep? Nah, I'm up.
Nah, I'm up. The infamous lie. Yeah.
Yo, nah, I'm up. And she looks at you like, you going to sleep. You're like, nah, I'm watching the show with you. We good.
Like, you know, it's funny. Unfortunately, we all do that, but why do we feel so offended getting caught off guard?
That's what my friend was saying.
Like,
That's exactly what Nola was saying. So it's funny. I saw it and I was like, my answer was because we love y'all so much and we value the time we have with y'all. So the last thing we want to do is tell you, I'm going to sleep.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a city boy line, but yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
But like every time you do get caught, and it's it sucks when someone wakes you up out that sleep, but it hurts even more when you catch yourself. If you felt your breathing get a tad heavier than you know what I mean? You just something you hear like you do a quick snuffle off because you're looking around, and they're just looking at you like. So you're gonna miss the whole end of the episode, like just rewind that last part.
Yo, I'm telling you,
it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing.
And it's like a crime if she continues to watch the show without you.
I feel offended personally.
Yeah,
can't do it.
Same shit.
If I fell asleep, you better pause that shit.
Yeah,
and I can't say that out loud because I might get hit.
Yeah,
but I don't feel right when that happens, man. I got a side question for you. You ever be sneak watching?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you dirty dog.
Yeah,
you dirty dog.
She's got a couple of like how many shows she? All right, so before y'all judge me, right? You know what I'm saying? My wife is a busy woman. Like her schedule and my schedule no longer match. So I got 2 choices. Either I'm gonna miss out on mad shows because by the time we get to watch it together, it's probably like season 2 starting already, or I can watch the show and then kind of fill her in, and then she catches up when she gets a chance.
She's cool catching up on episode 6?
Hell no.
Yeah, nobody is.
Yeah, she doesn't like it at all, but sometimes in a relationship you gotta sit down and make some decisions.
Hey, sometimes you gotta move on. Like, I know, hey, it's not what you're thinking.
Exactly.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta move on and the play button. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait for you in this situation. You know I'll do anything for you, but I'm pressing play, baby, whether you're here or not. Like, I hate to be the guy, but it happens. It happens more often than you want it to. But
yeah,
gotta start watching shows in the daytime, man.
I'm telling you, like it's crazy because I'm working, then she has to go to work, then I got mad free time. She's at work. Then she comes home, and then that's usually when I join the Nah I'm Up Club
Yeah,
after a
yeah.
couple hours. So
VIP member.
yeah, man. So but, all right, cool. I just wanted to run that by
No,
you.
yeah,
Right?
that's a common thing. Like I'm definitely part of the Nah I'm Up Club. As I was saying, nah, I was just blinking club too.
But you're right. You literally feel like you committed a crime
Yeah, it's like, yo, I'm
when you
not
wake up and she's staring at you.
like you didn't wake up at 4:30 that day. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to be sleeping at 11:30 at night, like on a plush couch. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. Like
Thank you.
yeah, no more. Nah, I'm up shame, yo. Like, yeah, you see, we sleep and respect it. Just
Exactly.
turn the TV down, turn the AC on, and walk off.
That's it. We're standing together,
That's it,
fellas.
man. I'm with you on that, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, I'm action, man. We're gonna jump into the question segment real quick. Got a couple things for each other as well as the people. Do you have a favorite song that you play all the time?
Right now, it would be Love Nuanti.
I'm not mad at that because I was just talking to my barber about that song the other day, and I'm like, yo, if you at a function that's come on and shit not jumping, you're at the wrong function.
Definitely.
Like you shouldn't be here.
That song, like even in Miami, I was driving a couple people crazy. They was like, "Oh my God, how many times are we gonna listen to this song?"
Until it gets whacked.
You know what I mean? Like
And it ain't whack yet.
everybody was busy talking. They gave me the remote.
You know what I'm doing.
You know what happens? Like I'm gonna play my shit.
Straight to the rhythm.
That's it.
Like,
Straight to the
it.
rhythm.
I ain't mad
Definitely,
at that.
definitely,
I ain't mad at that at all.
What about you, man?
It's weird. Like currently, I don't know how to talk about this. Shout out to the late great Whitney Houston, of course. But
Okay.
for some reason, I've been catching myself listening to like "Save All My Love for You." Is that the name of the song? Am I saving all?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The lyrics on that. You ever heard that song?
Like now? No.
Like grown up is kind of.
Mm-mm.
Like I heard it maybe 3 weeks ago, and I catch myself going back to it like every 48, 72 hours. Just like granted, it's a beautiful song because of her tone, her voice, but the words on it, as far as her wanting to pursue a married man and not settling for anything other than this man in a relationship,
Mm.
like it was a cold delivery. Like you know what I'm saying, and it's a beautiful song, but I'm like, I don't know if niggas ever heard this song. Like you know what I'm saying, no one ever put me to the side and say, hey, listen to that. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, but we get a chance, bro. Like just
Nah, I
like
will.
scratch the beauty off the song for a sec. You know what I mean? The mystique of the Whitney for a moment, and just listen to the words and go, oh, she was talking reckless with the octaves. Like you know what I'm saying? But that's my song for the moment. It's weird.
Okay.
It's super old, but I'm on it.
Okay. The reason I even brought up this question was because all of a sudden my son is back in love with Baby Shark.
I'm not gonna lie. I was just forgetting the song in my head. Like I
Yeah.
know the tune by heart, but it wasn't a forefront.
Right. So, me and my wife we're in the car and then we're in the house and we're like, why the hell does he love this song again?
Mhm.
But then I thought about it. There's a couple of cartoon theme songs that if you play them right now, adults are gonna go nuts. Like
Might
imagine
might just.
you're at Thanksgiving dinner and DuckTales comes on. Just that
Ooh.
do 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 like
Yeah. Like, please, I'll play the God. I got a plate in my hand. I'm doing the whole jingle with the holding a plate, happy with food.
Life is like a hurricane.
Yeah, I might. Yeah,
Hit
yeah,
it.
I might spit that. Might even do a
Yo,
little remix to it. Like, yeah, for sure.
yo,
Yeah, some things you just can't deny.
yo. It brought me back to I don't know if it was sophomore, junior year of high school.
Mhm.
And one of the dudes, he was like, you always had that class clown.
Mhm.
So he starts doing the beat in the background, right? And then it gets to the part where it's like, might solve a mystery
Mhm.
or rewrite
Everybody
history.
jumping.
DuckTales, the whole class.
Ooh.
Ooh!
Dun, 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 dun. Like you can't.
Yo.
Yeah, it's just some songs that's undeniable.
Yo,
That's one of them.
for real.
You
So,
can't. I'm not mad at that. Oh,
yeah,
good times. Good
man.
times.
Great,
Do you
great
have an
time.
old school favorite cartoon?
Chippendale.
Jim and Dale.
Chippendale.
Okay. All right. I respect it. I respect it. I respect that pick. Another quick question for you. I know you just wasn't a vacation, but you
Yeah.
got to leave town for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
How early did you pack?
Night before.
My man, I don't even want to think about it till the flight is within the same like date. Like you know what I'm saying, like a same 30-hour time frame or so.
Yeah.
You gotta feel the vibes in order to pack.
Right.
Like you can't pack like 3-4 days. Oh no, that's the luggage ready to go. You got work and shit. You gotta come back and look at the luggage again. I can't live that life.
Yeah.
People that do to me like might be a serial killer. Like you shouldn't pack that far in advance. Like you know what I'm saying.
So it's interesting you say that because we went traveling with good friends and one of them actually said she packs Denise. She said she packs a month before she's leaving.
Cap. I can't wait to see Denise again. I'm gonna poke her like, hey, you lying. How you a month in advance?
So what she and Major say they do, they throw everything that they possibly think they would want to take on a trip in the suitcase. And then as they get closer to the date, they either pull stuff away or put stuff in. And then this way, by the time it's time to leave, they don't have to worry about missing anything because they've been packed for a month. So it's hard to miss the essentials or what you would really want to wear if it's already there.
Half the joy of vacation is getting halfway to the airport and realizing you're missing some shit. Like you know how many times
that's some dark joy.
You know how many times I got on the plane and looked back after the door closed, said, I forgot my belt. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd be like, I gotta go. You know what I mean? So now when you land, you gotta go to the mall. Why? Because you need a belt. Why? Because the pants that you have on require a fucking belt. Nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? It's part of the joy. Like it's part of the did I do it? Did I forget it? I don't know. Because if you don't notice, every time you land, no matter where you go, you end up at Walmart or CVS or Walgreens.
Yeah.
Something is needed after you land because what you wanted to bring on the plane probably wasn't permitted anyway.
Yeah, there's always somebody on the trip that didn't bring something.
Always. So we got to make this trip, and something got to get purchased anyway. So you might as well get what you need here, and hopefully you can fit on the bag on the way back. Honestly.
I hear you, man. I hear you. All right.
I'm gonna take you back. When internet came out, what 96, 97, maybe when it got real social, AIM and shit. What was your first social media name? You had like a porn name, nothing, right?
Nah.
Niggas is Shawn McNasty. It's like, you talk.
No, it was. Oh man, I know it had Ty in it. I think it was.
I think I remember For You.
Oh my God!
I got one in my head, but I don't know if it's your first one, so I'm gonna let you finish.
I think it was Ty Joe Gets Money or some shit like that.
Yeah, with his Z. Yep, that's it. That was it. Yeah, man. Every time you see it, say, nigga get money. It's like, who Ty Joe, nigga? That's who.
Yeah.
All right. I'm mad at that. Yeah. Any regrets thinking back on the name?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can't, like guilt or like ashamed?
Ashamed to have to explain it now. Okay. You know what I mean? Because I didn't get like a legit Gmail with my name until like last year. So
you was Tadro gets money at gmail.com.
At corporate.
It was on the resume? No, that's for the fellas. That's what you know what I mean. The groupies.
I didn't think I was gonna have a long career in healthcare. I thought I was gonna be a rapper or actor by now. So I was like,
I'm getting money.
Yeah, like I just need the benefits.
When you made the change to an adult email, did you notice that yourself, or did a peer have to pull you to the side and inform you?
I noticed it myself.
Okay. Hey, that's called growth. I'm proud of you. I had to get pulled to the side. He said, I don't think you want to put that on the resume. So, why not? This is me. He's like, sometimes you don't want to be you all the time. And that stuck with me. I was like, sometimes you don't want to be you all the time. Like, and that's honest the way of life. Like, you walk into the office, not that you're not you, but you're like a shell of yourself.
That's right.
But that's a topic for another day. We're not even going to get into all of that.
I hear you. What was yours?
back when the internet kicked off in my AIM day, I was really into shoes. Um, but I wanted to spell it cool. So, oh god, I feel judgment. Um, it was kick collecting, but then someone took kick collecting, so I had to add some numbers to it, and I think I added 101. I was like I was teaching or schooling niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like so I'm gonna show you how to collect these kicks, and if you don't know how to do it, I'm gonna teach you how to do it with the 101. That was my whole mythology that I never told anybody about. It was just you supposed to get that from the name.
Yeah, I saw the vision. When I saw it pop up, I was like, makes sense.
I see what he doing. So he likes shoes. Like,
that's it.
and then honestly, I only got into social media at that time because way back when, like, for to get shoes and stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
had to be some sort of email chain or something like
Yeah,
Nike Talk. You
yeah.
needed something to get the end to get to where you wanted to go to get the shoe you wanted. So I was like, hey, they know I mess with shoes. You see the name. So that's how it worked out, unfortunately.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I always thought somebody would ask me what Tydro means, so I spent like a week thinking about it, and I came up with teaching youths determination reaches opportunity.
That was,
And
that was
it,
deep.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I knew I needed that because if anything went like, you know what I'm
To the next
saying,
level.
successful with it, I wanted that behind it. So
Okay.
it was crazy.
Did that come after the name generation or it was
After,
simultaneous? Okay.
yeah,
Alright.
after it because I had it for a while, but then I was like,
I gotta make it.
somebody's gonna ask me
I
what
gotta
the
make.
hell
I
this
gotta make it.
means.
I gotta make it mean something.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
not mad at that. Not mad at that. I get it. I get it.
Mhm.
Was there any alternates that didn't make it?
Shit.
he said I burned that scrapbook.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't even. Yeah, no. I'm not even gonna try and
Nah,
do
nah.
that to
I
myself.
got you. I got you. I got
That is
you.
too deep in the memory bank.
Oh shit. I got you.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
man. That was a good one though.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Oh, so these next two statements are pretty much. I want you to tell me if they're loaded in false statements or facts.
Okay.
So the first one is pretty commonly known one. Loyal to a fault. Do you feel like that's a loaded or false statement or is true?
I think that is a true statement.
Mm.
I think everyone intends to be loyal to whomever their relationship is with.
Mm.
But if things go south
Yeah.
and that loyalty is no longer there,
Yeah.
it sucks because no matter how many years or whatever time was spent to gain said loyalty,
Yeah.
and that one act happens where it's in reverse and things go awry,
Yeah.
the whole relationship, not that it crumbles, but it's looked at as a forethought because oh, this is who you really are.
Yeah.
That one
Yeah.
moment of of a whether it be a bad judgment or just a gut call that the person made against what they felt would have been a loyal situation
Yeah. Yeah.
hurts the whole history of it. But
No, yeah.
unfortunately, it's a
Yeah,
real thing.
absolutely
I think
right.
that's fact. What's your thoughts on that one?
For me, I agree. I agree. I think that you can be loyal to a fault because exactly what you said. There has to be some sort of self-preservation
Mhm.
and thought about future state where it's like, I can't be loyal to this because it's not going to be beneficial to me in the long run.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So that's very important. So what do you think?
I'm curious to know, like, if there's like a rule of thumb or some sort of method to the madness for the loyalty versus fault. Where if I'm loyal for 10 years and I do one bad act, it's like a half plus five rule to get back on the loyal side of your companionship. Like, I gotta be super nice for the next 5 years now for you to trust me. Like, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like, I'm just curious to know like what people do. Like, if I guess of course depending on the level of disagreement, but I don't know. I hate when the history gets just wiped away from one bad act, depending on what
right,
happened.
right, and
It
that's not
sucks
fair.
at
That's
all.
not fair
At
because
all.
all situations are different. You know what I mean? And I think that's where you really get to know what the whole foundation of either that friendship or relationship was built on.
Mhm.
Like you should be able to know like me and you are cool, but if we just riding around and you decide to rob a store,
Mhm.
dude, I'm pulling off. Like I don't want no parts of that.
The young me would ride. Like it's weird. Like it's
Young
like
me would ride.
like I'm at the light, car running, window down. Like what's he? And you see the whole thing from the window. It's like, oh, he's doing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if I could live with the guilt of pulling off on him. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That don't fuck with me more, but we got a stupid, grow up in the neighborhood mentality as
Right,
far as
right.
like you don't want to let your fellow man down, but it's like, is he really your man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, no,
Slippery
you're
slope.
right. You're right. You're right. Like so there's the if you do ride then you deal with the consequences, right? But if you decide, yo, this ain't really the best situation for me, then you're like,
Hmm.
you shouldn't be judged for that.
Of
You
course.
should be you should be able to do what you got to do.
Question as far as the whole loaded false statement. The people that you want to see you win will help you win.
Right. So I ended up getting this from I believe it was like a meme from Ice T. And it stuck with me because I'm like, I believe that's true.
Hmm.
I really believe that's true. So support costs people nothing most of the time,
Hmm.
right? If you can't support someone financially, you can still support them either by word of mouth.
Hmm.
Everybody has some sort of social media presence where they can share your product or your content, and people make time for what they want to make time for.
Very true.
You know what I mean? And something as simple as hey, how'd that interview go?
Hmm.
Or I remember you were going for that promotion. What's good?
Yeah.
I strongly believe that if some people really want to see you win, they're going to show some sort of support, care, or whatever they can just to see you through.
Now, I understand that, I guess, viewpoint, but when I read it, I was just more so thinking when they want to, if you want to see someone win, you kind of go more than just the follow up. Just more, you're going like above and beyond when you
Mm,
truly want to do something. If you want someone to excel at it,
okay.
like I think that in my head because I want to see a lot of people win, but I don't care enough. So
Mm,
I'm not. It's not that I want them to win any less. Of course not. I want them to be the best or whatever it is that they're going for to push them in that direction.
mm,
But I just I never find myself. I personally just don't care enough
mm.
to to go above and beyond on my end to make sure that that happens, which is super selfish, unfortunately, of me. But I'm just not. I don't know how to I don't know how to help if it's something that you want to do. If something's
Mm-hmm.
asked of me, I can perform.
Okay.
But if it's just something that you're doing and everyone, me included, like coaching you on to do it, other than a quick follow up, like you were just saying, I
Yeah,
don't know if
yeah.
it's. I'm not hurting the process, but I'm helping with encouragement, but is encouragement enough? Essentially, is
Okay.
what I'm trying to get to. Like, and I feel if I'm not doing that part, then I'm really not doing all I can do to help you win.
That's fair.
Like, you know what I
You
mean?
know
It's
what I
like
mean?
in a weird kind of spin on it. Like I get the follow ups and just to know that you're thinking about them. But
Yeah.
what as far as literally doing something, like I never care enough for that
Mm-hmm.
additional extent of it.
No, that's a great statement. I There's plenty types of help, right? There's
Mhm.
the above and beyond, and there's the you know this is what I can offer because, like you said, I'm not present enough in what you're doing. I don't have enough knowledge in
Mhm.
what you're doing to really help you at to that extent,
Mhm.
right? And it's almost like the people that you're partners with, right? Those are people that you guys do the day to day together.
Mhm.
So you got responsibilities, they have responsibilities, right? Then there's the people that they know what you're doing. They're not directly involved in what you're doing, but if they know someone who may require the service that you provide,
Mhm.
they say, "Hey, here's my man's card," or "Hey, let me give you his handle. This is
Yep.
what he does," right? So there's different forms of help. So that's a beautiful perspective that you have because that lets people know that if you really want me to help you, you got to tell me what you need from me, and then I can tell you what I can
able to
do.
do.
Exactly. And that's good because that kind of communication is needed.
It's the only way to get things done.
Exactly.
And a lot of people lack that.
Yes.
Not only in the corporate world, but in real life. Like, if you don't communicate whatever it is that you want to get accomplished,
Yeah.
how?
Well, you're supposed to be telepathic.
Miss Cleo was a false. Miss Cleo was a ruse that got as far as it did. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as psychics. Don't get me wrong. My wife does have premonitions once in a while about like
Yeah,
sexes
she
of
does.
babies, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But it doesn't essentially exist in modern time. You know what I mean? So if you're not going all out, it's tough to judge. I don't really.
Right.
I can't do it.
Right, and that's why I never do. But when I saw this, it was like interesting. I wonder.
Another caveat. I'm almost scared to overperform because now I'm worried you'll get dependent.
That's true.
It's like, yo, you was every time I did this, you did that.
Yeah.
You didn't do that time. It's
Yeah.
like I'm like, is that? I don't want you to think I'm hating on the situation. Now it's
Right.
just I wasn't available for it that
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, no disrespect, but I'm not on payroll. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And hey, and not that I ever would look for some sort of compensation, but I'm not.
You know what I mean?
It's a very dark gray area
Exactly.
that
It
no
really
one wants
is.
to tread on. So I stand back out of it. I just
Yeah.
stand from the shoreline and look into the sea like he's successful. Hope there's a wind out there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
yeah.
it's so much you can do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So much
Yeah.
you can do.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Oh man, I'm gonna put your morale on the line for this question.
Oh
You,
shit.
my good man, are of the vaccinated folk. Congratulations. If there was someone outside of the facility you was going to take your first shot, you wanting to get vaccinated, stated, "Hey, I have an undisclosed amount of money in this briefcase. Is there a value you would want right now, tax free,
Mm.
to not get vaccinated? Would you do you have a dollar amount that you'd be like
not get
to
vaccinated?
not get if you had full intent on getting vaccinated, you walked in and somebody stopped you at the door, go, whoa, before you walk in there, I got an undisclosed amount of money for you not to get vaccinated. What what would that how much money would have to be in that suitcase for you to go, I'm not getting vaccinated?
I'd say, I mean, the suitcase, it'll never hold it, but I'd say probably $1 billion.
$1 billion?
Yeah. Because just thinking about inflation, thinking about the way they are mandating, how they can push mandates to travel, to a lot of shit. I'm gonna need a lot of money to survive. Like, I'm gonna have to start my own business. I'm gonna have to, really think about planning, and I won't be for lack of employees because there's a lot of people out there who don't want to get vaccinated.
That's a fact.
So I think $1
You
billion.
need a Billy?
I would take $1 billion.
If you don't mind me asking, where'd you go to get your shot?
I went to like where I really go.
Yeah, real life.
I went to Mount Sinai, Brooklyn.
Okay. If a nigga in Brooklyn had $1 billion on in front of the vaccine spot, he would have to give that up for you to be like, all right, I'm not getting poked up today.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time. That's all right. That's a number.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, because I'm really just thinking about where they're going with this, and we're about to get into that in a little bit, but you're gonna need a good amount of cash to survive without being vaccinated going forward,
Mm.
because you're gonna probably have to pay some shit under the table to get things done to keep things afloat. Yeah, man.
All right. All right,
Gotta
Billy.
go for gold, man. I'll settle for silver.
Yeah, but he said if I'm going, if you asking me,
Yeah.
all right, I'm not even mad at that. Okay, a Billy, a
What
Billy.
about you?
Like I'm unfortunately on the reverse spectrum for
Yeah.
right now.
They don't know that though.
Yeah, nah, they don't know that. But if someone was to pay me to get a shot, pay me for proving health supplement, not supplement, addition to some extent.
Mhm.
I take 10 mil. Nothing crazy. I don't need
He
like
said, I'll take 10 mil.
yeah. I'm trying to think reasonable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just money for the will. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't need much in life. Like, maybe just a new pair of shoes every so. I don't need much. Make sure the rent's paid if I could. Like, hey, I don't need much. A couple mil would do fine for me.
Mm.
Shit, I won't lie to you. As soon as niggas say I can't renew my passport, I might go get it.
I feel you.
Like, I'd have did it for cheaper. Like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah. Until me personally, until I absolutely need it, I'm kind of holding out. But I
No,
know I'm
I
gonna need
feel
it
you.
soon. I'm just playing dodgeball right now.
No, I hear
But
you, man.
from that question right into it, it's Pandelina Spice update
Ready?
time, man.
Yes,
Talk to me.
yes. People, it is time for your Freedom Cage podcast, Pandelina Spice update, man. We are almost through the year, but we've been keeping y'all updated, and why not, man? Things are moving along. So, first up, on October 20th, Mayor Diblasio mandated city workers to be vaccinated. All right?
I got questions. These are the people that keep the lights on at night,
That's
keep
right.
shit moving.
Clean up the garbage, all that
I'm not
shit.
gonna lie to you, man. I personally reside in Staten Island right now. Have been for a little bit more than half my life at this point. Yo, trash is piling up in the streets. Yo, teachers are leaving classrooms.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
yo, city officials are opting out to be like, hey, come today anyway. Non-paid leave? No doubt, I'll take it.
Mhm.
What what makes me nervous is I've heard all the mandates, all the requirements, but I've never heard a plan B if
Mhm.
you don't subscribe to this current rule as a city worker. Like,
Right.
what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with like 5 to 7% of the workforce just not showing up on Monday?
Great question. So, I believe Kathy Hochul, who is our interim governor, her plan, our interim governor for New York State, I should say.
Air quotes.
Yeah. Her plan is to bring in the National Guard
To assist.
to assist. And they're going to probably accelerate a lot of old applications because remember, people are applying for city jobs
Okay.
all the time. It just takes so long to
That
get in
that's a fact.
because
Okay.
they did the same thing last year with people who were in med school, nurses, providers who had limited licenses.
I'll move them right up.
Yeah, so that's what they'll do. The city is banking on, and this is dark to say, the city is banking on the fact that these aren't super skilled jobs.
Hmm.
No disrespect to anybody who's a city worker, but the city's mindset is I can put anybody
In
in
that
this
position.
position,
Gotcha.
right? The physicians are the ones, the nurses, those are the ones it's like, damn, that's a little tough, right? That's
Yeah.
years of experience. Same thing can be applied to city workers,
Hmm.
right? But the city is willing to bet on the fact that they can fill those positions.
Quicker than.
Exactly,
Hmm.
right? Or bring in people from other states. Maybe, the lure of a bonus. I'll give you a $5,000 signing bonus to come be a city worker in New York State, in New
Mm.
York City. That's tempting to somebody.
Incentives.
Right. You know what I mean? That's tempting to a kid that probably doesn't want to go to college, just wants to work a job.
Hmm.
So, I listen, like I said, no disrespect to the city workers who are against this. I believe they had until October 29th at 5 to get their first vaccination shot, but this is the city's mindset if you ask me. That's my opinion.
I get it. It just worries me because the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
It was March 11th, 2019, 2020.
Mm.
Um, these workers have been working through it all.
Absolutely.
Um, I understand the vaccine's out and it's the best path going forward just to eliminate or reduce the risk of anything that COVID may bring.
Right.
But if I just don't understand why there's not a middle ground in the event if you don't want to get vaccinated as a city worker,
Right.
while you supplying whether it be a daily rapid test on your way into work,
Right.
or twice a week going to your own physician, why
Mm-hmm.
that can't be a supplement for the same situation. Because even with the vaccine, if you get COVID, you still can't go to work for like 10 days. Like, if the possibility you're still getting it is bad and you're just doing it for my benefit, I just don't know if that got mandated. Why aren't seatbelts more mandated? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an
Right.
optional thing that will increase your life in the event something happened.
Mm-hmm.
Seatbelts the same way,
Yeah.
but they'll give you a ticket and let you keep driving. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should be able to give you a, hey, this isn't right. You know it's not right, but well, shit. I don't even want niggas to start talking fines.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, hey, you can come to work, but we'll deduct 15% of your pay.
Yeah. I literally had a similar conversation the other day where with everything that was happening with increasing diversity initiatives, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to mandate any unconscious bias training, how to make a more inclusive department training. They didn't want to throw the word mandate in there
Mm-hmm.
because
They're trying to avoid it.
it requires force and
Mm-hmm.
requirements. Then, literally 6 to 8 months later, oh, you can't keep your job because you're mandated
Yeah.
to take a vaccine.
Very true.
So, we officially said racism and bias is not as important as getting vaccinated.
Correct.
You put that in bold headlines anywhere, there's a big conversation that has to happen, which is why the state just declared racism and disparities in healthcare a public crisis. Because they
Mm-hmm.
knew right behind this was going to come the activists saying, hold up, hold up. They were heroes last year.
Yep. Just
Now
like about
all
to
of a
go.
sudden, you can discard them like they're nothing.
That's
What
scary.
happened?
That's scary. That's
Yeah, man.
very scary for those that just feel like they have something they personally believe in, and now they're being forced to do something that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, which leads into Kyrie, unfortunately. Like,
Right.
what a super big sidebar, but the whole Kyrie not doing it, people protesting for him at Barclays. Like,
Yeah.
hey, his voice, his choice, da 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 da. Even Floyd Mayweather jumped in on a, yeah, I respect what he's doing. Gotta let him do what he
Yeah.
does. Watching Floyd read from his cell phone was funny, by the way, just because of the 50 thing. But I just don't like. He had millions on the line for it. You know what I mean? I just don't
Yeah.
understand. I couldn't say no to that part. You know what I mean? As
Hmm.
far as I get it, he's well off, and money is no longer an issue. It's his personal stance. But I, just, I, I still don't see his then what.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you.
Like,
My thing with him is then step away. You know what I
I
mean?
think he
Like,
has.
you know what I mean? He's got a contract obligation. He's not getting paid. The Nets are struggling. You know what I mean? I, I,
There was
I,
even fake trade talks with him going to Philly and the whole Ben Simmons trade. But I was looking at it even in a hypothetical point, like, Ben's still trash and he
yeah.
still can't play in half the seats, half the fucking stadiums.
Yeah, we saw the whole fiasco with him getting kicked out of practice by Doc
Yeah,
Rivers.
that was
Um,
spicy.
then I think like if not the same day, the day after, he was talking about
Back hurting or something like
he.
that.
Or I heard he said he wasn't in the right frame of mind to play basketball right
He
now.
played the mental game on him.
Yeah,
That's nasty.
yeah,
I,
man. But
I, I
no,
don't
I
know.
hear you. I hear you. I mean, hey, listen, this is going to be something that shakes our world up. It has already, but this is just the beginning, if you ask me. Like this can spread even further into other things, which we're about to get into. So, about 2 weeks ago, providers in New York State started ordering Pfizer vaccines. I think it was like October 27th. And this was because it was a plan for the eventual approval by the FDA, given another EUA, emergency use authorization, for the vaccine to be applied to kids between the age of 5 and 11.
Hmm.
That officially went through on October 29th. They got the EUA. So now, if your kid is between 5 and 11, they can get the vaccine. So once again, parents have to now worry about, are they ready for their kids to get this? What's the possible side effects? What happens if they don't get it? Are the schools going to mandate it? Is my kid now not going to be able to go to school?
Yeah.
Like this is going to cause a big uproar. I can only imagine when this came through or whatever way you received it that day.
Mm-hmm.
Citizens app, CNN, Washington Post, I mean,
What
Instagram.
did it mean to you when you heard
Yeah,
it? You know what I mean?
exactly, right?
And like
So, for me personally, you got to do your research. Like,
every time.
every time, every episode, we tell y'all. In this particular case, though, check with your pediatrician. There's plenty of resources out there, but you know these shots are supposed to start as soon as this week. You know what I mean? They already put the orders in because they had a feeling the FDA was gonna give the EUA.
Yeah. Now,
Um,
like as far as verification, like my 5-year-old doesn't have ID.
yeah,
If every person walking into an indoor place or whatever case may be that requires some sort of vaccine card or paperwork stating such, I have no other identification for my 5-year-old
yeah.
other than I'm her parent every time I'm with her. Like,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I don't. I guess that's enough for them to see. Like, I don't know. It's just a vague area. I don't know how they're gonna approach it. But if my kids do get mandated, I already told my wife, if they get mandated, I'm gonna go do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
Like, that's stupid.
yeah,
I'm not gonna have them do something that I won't do myself.
yeah.
But
What I think would happen, because that's what we had growing up, immunization cards.
hmm
So the same way we got the vaccination cards now, you would probably now have to walk around with an immunization card.
shit, the old immunization was like a big ass
Yeah.
yellow paper folded into three. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it was
man.
card stock. It was the good stuff.
Yeah, man. So, listen, they're talking about the efficacy rate. That's the ability to determine the best result, right? That it will work. It will prevent the worst case of a COVID diagnosis, right? It's in the high 90s. That's what they're saying, right? Side effects could be similar to what happened to the adults, right? You get the shot in your left arm, you probably got some pain in the side of the shot, maybe chills. You could approach that with Advil or Motrin. This is what they're saying, right? This is not me. This is the resources and information that's out there. But the main thing, like I already said, and we say every episode, make sure you check with your pediatrician. Make sure you do all the research. We know this is a tough decision for you to make, and you have the right to make whatever choice you see fit. That's where we stand here, Freedom
hmm
Cage Podcast.
hmm
There is no judgment. You do what's best for your family.
As you should.
Yep.
As you should. But yeah, man. So much Pandelina this week, man.
Yo, it really is.
Did we
Yeah.
cover it all? Is everything there? Are we? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think because there was already people, and you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, subscribe to all the podcast platforms. Um, there's already parents that were reaching out saying, "Hell no!" Like, nope. I'll teach my kid myself.
Yep.
I'll do what I have to
Homeschool's
do.
an option now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? This is nonsense. They're not going for it. Then there are parents that are like, well, if I took it, it's kind of hard for me not to tell my kid to take it.
Yeah.
And I even had some coworkers that their kids are like 11, 12, and they did their own research.
hmm
It's like
Google exists.
exactly like the same way they go on YouTube and see all the crazy rap videos.
hmm
They go on YouTube and hear all the information about this stuff. So
Same way.
if you can sit across from your kid right now and have a great conversation about the vaccination, you're already 10 steps ahead of everybody
hmm
else.
hmm Uh,
And you're doing a great job as a
hmm
parent.
that has passed the bird and the bee conversation by it was close. It was neck and neck. But now I think it's winning this race. It's
Yeah,
winning the race
no, you're
for the
absolutely
young
right.
youth. Oh man, but
Yeah,
yeah, man, do your research as always. Freedom Cage Podcast, man. Pandelina
absolutely.
Spice updates
That's it.
for early November. It may change by mid-November.
Hell
We'll let
yeah.
you know. We'll let you
Hell
know.
yeah. Yeah. The only
Um,
good part about it is the cases, like the hospitalizations. Remember, there was like an uptick in August going into September.
Yeah, yeah.
The cases have evened out. The deaths have slowed down. I know that's
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
horrible thing to say, but that's what they're reporting right now. I'm doing
Yeah.
air quotes if you're listening in
Mhm.
audio. So just stay aware, stay focused, and most of all, stay safe.
That's it, man. So we can do.
Yeah.
Um, on to some random shit though. This make this next one makes me a bit nervous.
Mm.
Um, we all had. I won't say we all had, but you might have had a questionable moment throughout your life
Mhm.
where you might have said something that wasn't proper, or you did an act that wasn't who you are today. But do you feel there's a threshold or a limit on what you did at once upon a time in your life should affect your current life?
In today's world, no.
They could go back as far as how
They can
how far back can they go?
as far as they can get proof.
If I'm a successful 50-year-old at something and I had a bad freshman college year moment
Mhm.
back at 19,
Yeah.
you think that's enough, right, to fire me at my current 50-year-old position at whatever I may do?
Unfortunately, in today's world, the level of sensitivity, depending on what you did or said, they they will have to. They will have to, because more than likely, if they have trustees or chairman or their main consumer base is what you offended, they can't keep you around, man. That's business suicide.
That's rough. Like I brought this up because I saw over last week the creative director for the Tokyo Olympics.
Mhm.
Uh, he was the creative director during the opening ceremony.
Right.
He was just let go because of a joke he made in the late '90s about the Holocaust.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not sure how this old joke surfaced,
Mhm.
but the fact that someone did, like, that nigga gets the Hate of the Year award.
Mm.
Like, cause I'm pretty sure he didn't bring it up himself. So someone came across it and said, "Hey, this is relevant to today's time,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna bring it to those that would have a big problem with it."
Yeah.
That's rough, man. You
No.
can't.
Yeah.
That's
I,
rough. Cause at least with Twitter, you could delete comments. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like if this was an old email that you don't quite have the control to delete on someone else's end, and there's that one person with the inbox with 20,000 emails who never deletes anything.
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
I think what should happen is there should be some sort of course training that's put in place. So when they discover stuff like this, because I think you're right, this is a witch hunt at this
Mhm.
point.
Mhm.
There's literally probably a team right now that is tasked with looking for old emails, phone conversations, probably even putting up prizes for it.
Mhm.
There should be a training course put in every company, every institution where if this happens, the person must complete it, be suspended for a while without pay, and then be able to come back.
Oh, like the NYPD shooting blacks. That's all you have to say, bro. I get it. I get it. Understandable. Teach.
Welcome to the Freedom Case podcast.
That's crazy. But yeah, you're right though. For corporate, position, that should be something
Yeah,
that's implemented. Like for those that happen to have a bad pass, bad day, bad email, bad joke, there should be some sort of thing in place
yeah,
where you're not totally eliminated from this current workforce, but
yeah.
you are reprimanded for whatever the case might have been at that point in time, due to the
Absolutely.
new sensitivity levels of all, whether like you said, trustees, board, financial members of the company. It is what it is, man. Just be careful out there, man. If you got an email you can delete on your end, just do it.
Hmm.
Um, Something that was sent that it might have been a little too spicy. If it feels spicy, delete
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Put it.
I mean, I don't think it's fair to punish people because they were not aware of how bad a joke was,
Hmm.
right? There's statute of limitations. I mean, that's an actual thing in in
Yeah,
our law.
yeah.
So why can't that apply to this?
Like it's gonna be funny because I'm pretty sure as time goes on, there will be some sort of not mandate, but some sort of a new law that states anything past the 1,000th day of completion shall not be deemed harm.
Right.
So whatever you have is have. but I can see in court people just waiting till that down the day to go. Not me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that was old me, y'all. Like, you know, I passed my probation. Like, yo, it's gonna be funny though if they ever do institute that and put a timeline on it. But it's gonna suck nonetheless because somebody's gonna go down in the 998th day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but can we talk about this in 48 hours? Nah. We're gonna have a judgment in court right now. If you don't mind. Like, it's gonna no more postponements. It's like, nah, right now you go to jail. Yeah. But good luck, man. I wish everyone the best with that.
Absolutely.
Big. Moving on to the next thing. Jemele Hill, big fan of her. Still missed the show she had with my homeboy. But I follow her on Twitter, and she responded to a lady called Patti hidalgo-Menders. She had an interview where she was against students being taught about structural racism or it becoming a political flashpoint. And Jemele Hill responded with, "Oh, she's a racist clown." I was like, "Ooh, Jemele, that was spicy." Yeah. But it made me look, unfortunately, into Patti Hidalgo's track record, and she's always been on the red side, or the right side as far as her stance, abortion and what kids should know concerning racism and teaching in school and gun laws. She's all for. But the fact that Twitter exists and it's still free, man.
Yep.
I just want to give. We don't have any other appreciation for today, but the fact that Twitter is still fake free speech because she could get fired for it if it's too spicy. The fact that it still exists, I'm a big fan of it. Keep going. Keep pushing.
Yeah. Who she came after the other day? I don't know if we talked about it on the last show, but I think it was a football player that was going at Colin Kaepernick. And
that's right.
Yeah. And she came back and said, "Hold up. First of all,"
that's a fact.
Yeah, she was like, "First of all, Colin Kaepernick has done a lot for the community. He's had a heavy presence in, giving back and all this stuff. And you need to get your facts straight."
Yeah, this is wild. I don't know. Like it's funny if anyone else outside of him being an ex-athlete said that, I'm like, oh, it's a rollout for something. But there's no rollout for old NFL players. You're not doing it. I don't know. You could be doing it to get on like Barstool or Fox Sports as an analyst, but I've never seen you. I've never seen you narrate anything.
Yeah, he's never been known for his words.
No. And his words got him in trouble this time. It's crazy.
Exactly.
But Jemele Hill, man, keep talking with hair on your tongue. I appreciate it.
Facts. Yep. Where we jump into it now?
Do the music entertainment run real quick.
Yeah. Let's jump into that, man. So. Bro, I'm on Instagram and it pops up where it's a video and it's the rapper Tech 9. I know his voice, but then I see The Rock and I'm like, all right, maybe this is promotion for a new movie or something.
The Rock? He's just in the video chilling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's like walking and then he turns. And then The Rock starts rapping.
Like bars?
Like bars, bro.
Rock the wrestler? Gone actor?
Bro, there's nothing this man can't do.
That boy's untouchable.
Yo.
And he'll fuck you up.
There's nothing this man can't do.
Well, shouts to The Rock.
Yeah, and everything he said, like he didn't try and do too much. Everything he said is him. It was beautiful. I was like, go ahead, Rock, man. Like,
I got a question for you. You think you wrote it?
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't. He's an actor, so what's the difference? You know what I mean? It really doesn't even matter.
Slippery slope, man. When it's over a beat, man, we rather it be from you,
bro. He killed that shit, man. Wow. If people could write songs for other people, this is not a problem. The Rock, he still had to voice it. He had to give the delivery. He had the sound on beat. He did it, and everything about it was him. And then he did the people's eyebrow to end it off.
You got it. That's signature. That's the stuff.
The Rock is amazing.
Shouts to The Rock, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he continue to do it, like Disney movies and all this shit.
Man.
He does it all. He really, truly does it all.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Young Miami had a new song out last week, and New Freaks. That's the name of it? Rap Freaks. Yeah. Apologies. Like it was a quick 2-minute clip, but I didn't get it. Like I was in the beginning of it, I was getting like old 50 Cent how to rob an industry cat
Yeah,
vibes,
yeah, me too.
but it wasn't that good. It's I mean,
Yeah,
it was like, and don't get me wrong, I can't say I'm a huge fan of Young Miami. Like I appreciate what she does,
yeah.
but I'm not I'm not really checking for your new your new EP. You know what I mean? But I assume this is part of a bigger plan where a rollout's coming soon, or I don't know if she's putting her solo thing out. I don't know if the City Girls are doing something new soon, but
Yeah.
hey, shoot your shot, man.
Yeah, like some of the bars, I was just like, okay, like she was talking about. She mentioned a lot of rappers,
A lot of
man.
people
She,
with wives.
she talked about a threesome with both Lil Baby and the Baby. She mentioned Money Bag Yo. She mentioned like I was there. She started off talking about Meg and you know what I mean, sitting on her face or some shit like that. But the shit that had me really want to talk about this was Meg went on live
Mm.
and she kept laughing about um Young Miami rhyming roaches with buenas noches.
Fuck, you talking about roaches?
So it was supposed to be like she was talking about P. Diddy, right?
Okay.
So I can't even tell you what the first line was, but it ended with roaches, and then she said, "Put his rich ass to sleep, buenas noches."
These these
So
these
I
bilingual bars,
when
man.
when I heard the line, I was like, but then watching Meg crack up so much, it made me really like I didn't know if Meg was laughing because it was corny as fuck, or she was laughing because
The
she thought it
audacity.
was yeah, you know what I mean? Like I didn't get the like she really wanted to say Buenas noches.
Hmm.
Nobody really uses the word roaches in rap like that.
Not to rhyme off of. Not
Yeah,
to rhyme off it anyway.
exactly. It's usually in the middle of the bar,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's not to end the bar.
Nah.
So when she ended with it, I was like,
Where's she going with this?
yeah. And when she said put his rich ass to sleep, buenas noches, I was like,
That was nasty. She should. Someone should have. I I
I
really wish.
apologize to my Latinx people.
Yeah, I really wish. Sometimes I really wish people on the other side of the glass in the booth just go, nah, this ain't it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta restructure this one a little
You
bit.
know what's funny with her personality? She probably said, I don't give a fuck. Play that shit. City Girls on top.
Nigga said, master
Yeah, that's it.
it.
I'm getting paid either way.
That's crazy.
You got it.
I did see. I didn't get to hear it yet, but I saw Big Sean and Hit Boy put out a quick EP
Okay.
called "What You Expect." I'm gonna try to check that out this week. Um, the Harder They Fall movie. I think it's like it's not a black cowboy movie, but it is cowboy related. But
Mm.
fuck all that. Jay dropped two new verses on a joint, so that
Yeah,
was
I
good
think
to
he
hear. New
got
Jay.
one with like Kid Cudi or some
One with
shit,
Kid
right?
Cudi, and
Yeah.
the other joint, King Kong rhythm with Jada Kiss and
Mm.
Conway. Whew. All three. It's funny. It was dope to hear Jada start some because he's always
Yeah.
ending his features. To hear him start, I was like, they started off with the He Rock. I was like, but, I mean, Jay's on here, so you know who's ending it. But
Hmm.
Conway held his own in between the two heavyweights. But it was a good track. Um, yo, man, shouts to Wale, man. I'm gonna give him his flowers right now because he deserves them.
Okay.
Like, big fan of his from way back. You know, the mixtape about nothing. But yeah, dropped an album for Lorien too. Really good album. I liked it. I heard it twice, and I don't hear nobody's album twice anymore. I mean, I heard it twice. I liked it, but he only ended up selling like something like 20,000 in his first week,
Mm.
and it's weird. It's like, is he ever gonna get like his recognition? Like every time I think if he's ever gonna get his recognition, I just think back to Papoose, and I'm
Mm.
like, I'm a big fan of Papoose, and like he never got
Yeah.
his recognition. I'm like, so in my head, I'm like, it happens. You know what I mean? But it just felt like with him, it was supposed to happen,
Yeah.
but it never got to that level. Yeah, hopefully he'll get there. But shouts to Wale. I mean, yeah, shouts to Wale. He did a really good album.
Hmm.
Wish everybody else heard it more. But
I think with similar to Papoose, there's some people who are just so good with the art, but the marketing piece of it is what's missing. And it's not their fault because that's not supposed to be
their thing.
exactly, right? You know, Papoose to the streets was marketed perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But maybe to certain people that could really make him a global superstar, they didn't see that in him, and
Yeah, they
that's
push those
not a
buttons.
exactly, and that's not Pap's fault. Pap is nice, still
Yeah,
nice to this day.
facts.
Wale, very good,
Mhm.
but
It
you know
never.
what I mean? Like, remember when we talked about it's a shame for Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, and all them because they were born in the era of LeBron James, Steph Curry, and
Yeah, yeah,
KD.
yep.
This is, I think,
Very similar.
yeah, they were born in the era of Drake.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's not. Yeah,
mean?
you can't. I think Drake is on his eighth week as number one with
Yeah,
that album, and I've only heard it once. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie to you. I haven't gone back to the certified shit since.
yeah.
I don't know. And it hurts because not that it's just late in his career, but for him to be out as long as he has been out
Yeah.
and not get the stats that he should have, there's no real uphill from here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like some wild shit would have to happen for people to go tune into it, and that just sucks.
Yeah.
But Make the Stallion drop something. She's gonna be selling out this week. Something
Okay.
for the hotties. A couple freestyles was on there that I liked. I didn't hear the whole thing, but she's Make the Stallion, so we gotta go check it out.
Yeah.
Young Thug dropped the album Punk. I went through half of that as well. It wasn't the Young Thug I was expecting to hear. It was more of the ballad Young Thug, and I like him when he spits. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I still miss that old Rich Homie Quan era of Young Thug that he
Right.
never really
Yeah.
quite tapped all the way back into. But I keep tuning into him, hoping that he'll tap into it. But we'll get.
Turn them on again.
He was on one with that one.
Yeah.
But we'll get. I don't know. Hopefully he'll get back to it. Ghostface Killer celebrated the 25th anniversary of
Nice.
Iron Man. Shouts to him, man. 25 years on anything is a feat.
That's a
But
fact.
Iron Man is indeed a classic. My older brother Ramal played it religiously in the house when I was a child, so I know majority of that by heart without owning a CD. But yeah, shouts to him and longevity, still surviving. Um, some bad news out of Jersey though. The feds got Fetty, man.
For what?
Yeah, drugs and shit, rabbit shit.
Oh.
Yeah, but they caught him at the Rolling Loud tour.
Mm.
They had it was in New York as always, and I don't know. I don't think he got on stage, but he might have been there, for whether it be for show sequencing or just a sound check. But Feds got him. They have him on for distributing more than 100 kilos of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, crack,
Damn.
and they said he's done this from New Jersey all the way over to Long Island.
Interstate.
Yeah,
Federal.
that trafficking shit, man.
Federal. Federal.
They don't be playing. They got him and about 4 or 5 other dudes that he was rolling with. Hey,
Mm.
man, I hope Fetty's innocent, man. But if the feds got you, they got a lot of proof at this point.
Yeah,
So,
man. Like it's tough when they get that rap money and then they go back to the block. It's tough.
yeah, that if you don't got the right team around you, it's always gonna be the wrong decision being made, unfortunately.
Facts.
But it's weird. On to other news as far as still staying in entertainment. Ice Cube,
Mhm.
super conscious brother. You heard the old albums.
Mhm.
NWA, niggas still don't play. But he was in the middle of shooting a new comedy called Oh Hell No, and at some point during filming, production asked if he could get vaccinated, and he refused. With him saying no, he had to walk away from being a co-star in the movie and a $9 million payday.
Mm.
That's what made me ask you the question early in the show when I was just curious enough there was a number that would
Yeah.
make you stay, but for 9 million you would have to walk as well. Uh, it's not enough.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Ice Cube, like, he's not looking for money at this point in his life. He
Right.
he does not need it. So I don't think the money was an issue. It's just he feels firmly in his stance,
Mhm.
and they should have asked that before they started shooting. But yeah, man, shouts to Ice Cube. Staying firm in your stance, but 9 million's a lot.
Yeah.
Just to shoot a movie for a couple months. I don't know. It is what it is. But
Yeah.
I just I'm curious to know what if the production team is asking. It's not like a government or a federal thing. It's the movie writers. We're here.
Mhm.
You signed on with us. If they're fake mandating the actors or actresses to get vaccinated, are all films doing this now? Is it just that production team that felt it was super important to do it for this film to make everyone feel inclusive that this is a safe environment? Or some care, some don't. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question because it's like with the state, right? So they said if you're gonna play any sport in New York City, you gotta be vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
To your point now, depending on where they were shooting, if that state says, now that you're shooting here, if you're shooting any type of film or TV show, you got to be vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's also the Screen Actors Guild.
Yes.
If the union now says that you have to be vaccinated, that's a whole nother issue. So, good questions, man. I don't know.
Like say the SAG did put out a mandate where you got to be vaccinated, and say half the Hollywood goes, nah, I'm good. Like I'm well off. I'm never around crazies. I don't. I'm not gonna get it.
Hmm.
Like there'll just be no more Denzel movies, or there'll just be. No, I mean, there'll just be no more Gwyneth Paltrow movies, or whoever it may be that said, nah. I guess new actors will come with vaccinations.
That's what I'm saying. They're banking on the fact that if you don't want to listen, there was a point that when there was no any of these actors, and people still went to go watch a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching shows right now where I've never seen these actors before, and I love it. It's about the actor, how much work they put in,
Mm-hmm.
the writers, whatever. Granted, I would never want to be in a world where Denzel can't act again. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? But the show must go on,
By all means.
unfortunately.
By all means.
Yep.
You know who had a rough show this week though? Dave Chappelle.
Oh.
Um, we spoke about it the last show, the closer.
Yes.
Awesome, as always. He's a genius. But
Make sure you check out episode 30, Gray Area.
right, got to do that. Subscribe to. But
Yes.
he got a lot of heat from Netflix staff as far as his transphobic jokes. Not even jokes, just his opinion, so to speak. But
Right.
an unlikely ally came to his defense, and God, I keep forgetting her name.
Hmm.
The Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn. There we go. The
There
old
you go.
rich. So, God, it stepped. They he
She.
she stepped up and said that his jokes are on brand. Like it's okay. He's not offending her personally. So I don't know if she came to his defense, so to speak. I don't know if the community listened to her. She's one of the focal voices to listen to.
Mm.
But it was nice to hear her say something in defense of him because he he never means harm. He just wants to bring light to all situations.
Hmm.
And if that light's too bright, people get offended, of course, and the social norm of today. But I'm happy she was able to stand up in his defense because he needs a little bit. He'll never get canceled. He's Dave Chappelle, a comedian. That's
Yeah.
what he does. But it was nice to see somebody on that side of the fence stick up for him on such a high platform.
Yeah, man. Like you said with Netflix, I mean, he was willing to talk to them, but then one of their transgender workers said that they reached out to Dave and he never responded or he didn't seem like he wanted to talk. Dave then proceeded to do another stand up saying that was completely false. So
Mm.
at some point, you kind of look at this story and say, okay, there's like all kinds of virtual conferences, guys. I mean, do we need somebody from like a talk show to set this up?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dave can dial in, you could dial in, and
Get this done in no time.
yeah, this is too easy. But yeah, man,
I don't know, but yeah, man. Shouts to Dave. Keep fighting the fight, man.
we stand with you, Dave.
Keep speaking your truth, bro. I saw maybe a week ago. Kanye was out in the streets just wearing this all-white Jason-looking mask.
Mm.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if it's him. It's just what the headline stated. But I'm just
Uh-huh.
like, I just hope he's not going through some shit again where maybe his album didn't do as good on the stat
Listen,
chart as he wanted it to.
no black man comes out unscathed messing with a Kardashian.
God, that's right. The curse.
None. The only one that survived the Kardashian empire is Ray J.
He built that fucking empire. It ain't
That
really.
is true.
That's
That
just,
is
he don't
true.
even count.
But Ray J is the lone black guy that made it out of the Kardashians unscathed.
Yeah, Ray J's a unicorn though. Like he can really do no harm. Like his
Yeah.
track record, he could have killed the Kardashians. Probably still would have got off. Like I'm sorry, that was unnecessary. But
Yeah.
Ray J's untouchable, man. You can't touch him.
Yeah, but nah, I mean, I'm joking. Kanye's Kanye. I don't think Kim has anything to do with it. Kanye was already going through stuff before he even had Kim in his sight. So
Yeah,
yeah, man.
but
I
sad but
just
true.
really hope that he gets it together, man, because I'm so scared to wake up one day and hear some troubling news coming out of his camp.
Nah, I don't think. I don't think Kanye's that stupid. Like, nah. I hope nah.
Dude, there's a lot of people that are going that we didn't think they were gonna go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
A
always
lot
the
of them was
ones.
bad drugs or wrong place, wrong time. I don't think Kanye's gonna be neither.
Uh,
I don't think he does drugs to that extent. I don't think he. I think he's very much of a homebody outside of like shopping for clothes. I don't think he does much. Not Kanye. He'd be alright. He'll survive this somehow. He's got to.
I hope so too, man.
Word.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we,
talk to me.
yeah, movies and TV shows. So you, the infamous show You on Netflix came back for a third season. As usual, Kenny has not watched
Listen,
it yet.
I'm in the middle of the first season. Like I never caught on to the second season yet, but it's on my list of things to catch up on this holiday season.
This holiday season.
That's all I got for you.
So it was a great season. Once Kenny watches it, we'll talk more about it.
You get spoiled. I can win this. No, it's fine.
But it really was a great season. The ending was a twist. What they go through in this season is just amazing. Great cinematography, great script. If you haven't watched it, watch it, and maybe next episode we'll get into
We'll dive into that for sure. For
it.
sure. We have to. We have to. What I did finish though was Squid Games, and
Uh-huh.
did you get to finish it?
No,
Ah,
I
beat ya.
haven't.
All right. See, so now I got some questions in the finale. I can't even ask you because you didn't get to finish it.
You're right.
But
I'm up to like episode 7, I
I think we got one left.
think.
But yeah, Squid Games is cool. It's funny because the Squid Game attire, whether it be the tracksuit, the pink suit, or the mask, have been selling out crazy in stores for
Yeah.
Halloween.
Mhm.
And it's funny. My older brother Ramel,
Mhm.
he bought the triangle mask, right, the all black one.
Mm.
So he's at mom's house, and he comes in. We all have keys, whatever, and she's upstairs at the time. He tells me like he comes in. She's like, she's calling names like Kenny, Ramel. He's not responding. So she comes downstairs and he's like hiding behind the fridge and he just kind of like shows his face in like a creepy Jason way with the mask on. She's like, who that? You know what I mean? He's fucking with her. He's just and then he like just disappears and comes back and she's like, why would you do that to my heart? Like, but she was a good sport about it. But when he told me the story, I was dying. I was like, bro, you can't be scared, mommy, like that, man.
Word. Oh,
The
yeah.
Thanksgiving's too close. Like, you can't, you can't be doing shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Squid Games is a good twist of events. I'll say that. But
Okay.
good show, good show. Another show I was getting back into was In the Dark. Third season that's coming out.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
halfway through the third season. Haven't finished it yet.
Okay.
But it's interesting. Just the fact that this blind girl gets into so much trouble is
Yo,
ridiculous.
it's incredible. Incredible.
I couldn't see me with eyes getting into this much trouble, and she continues to do it blind.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Hell
What else is here?
yeah.
Shit. Talk to me.
Yo, man. Listen, we are getting close to the end of the first season of Freedom Cage podcast, people.
Hmm.
Um, Yo, it's been a hell of a year so far,
It went
man.
quick. It went very quick. Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie to you. It's fucking November already, bro.
yeah. Like I feel like we were just at Denise's house welcoming in 2021. We were like, fuck 2020,
Yeah,
and then 2021 started off crazy with the insurrection.
yeah. Nuts. Fucking nuts.
Hell yeah, man. Hell
I
yeah.
don't know. Happy to get through it.
Yes, yes,
Health and wealth as always, but
absolutely.
what a year, and it's not quite over yet, but what
Mm-mm.
a year it has been.
Indeed, indeed, man.
You got anything popping up before the next show?
Oh man. Let's see. Early November. Nothing. Nothing really. I took a lot of days off.
I'm not mad at that.
I had a lot of PTO days coming into this month, so I was like, took a lot of Tuesdays off because that's when my wife's off. A lot of Fridays and Mondays just for the long weekend.
Gotta balance it out.
Yeah, man. I do before the next show though. I am going to see the 1619 project.
I heard about
Yeah,
that. You
the
gotta tell
the
me how that is.
author is actually doing like a live reading at the BAM.
Okay.
If you don't know, it's the Brooklyn Academy of Music. They always doing performances there. So I'm actually going to see that. So
Let me know how that is.
yeah,
That sounds
yeah,
super cool.
yeah. And if you don't remember or you don't know what the 1619 project is, first of all, it means you haven't been listening to the show because we talked about it. But it basically goes over the foundations of racism in a lot of your favorite landmarks, companies, institutions. And just to give you a sneak preview into that, Central Park. What was known as Seneca Village, it was a thriving black neighborhood similar to Black Wall Street. Those people were kicked out of Seneca Village,
Mm.
genocide, so they could build Central Park. 1619 project exposes that throughout the city. New York Times, it was a project in the New York Times, and the author got a lot of heat for it. But she's releasing her book, and this is just an introduction to the book, along with some poetry by I think Jasmine Mann, her hands, and then a performance by the Brooklyn Ballet.
You might have to wear some hard bottoms. It sounds like a
Yo,
really.
yeah, yeah, it's
It's
official.
gonna be a
It's
super eccentric
official.
night. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dope. Please enjoy. But yeah, man, make sure you take
Yeah.
notes. I'm definitely gonna be asking you questions
Oh
for the
yeah,
next show.
definitely,
That's what's up.
definitely.
That's what's up.
What about you, man?
Between now and then, man, your sister, man, she's probably gonna have me finalizing these Thanksgiving menus.
Yeah.
Trying to get all the turkey she possibly can to get that fried up in time. But outside of that, man, it's coming right before your birthday. Not much. Just
Mhm.
work, school, getting back into routine once again. Every Monday's a brand new routine. It seems like with the family.
Yeah,
But yeah, nothing crazy. Hopefully nothing crazy. But if so, I'll let you know. But
yeah.
should hopefully be a smooth couple weeks.
Definitely, definitely, man. Big shout out to Tiny, man. Listen, if you're in the New York area and you want your sweet potato pie, your fried turkey, you name it, mac and cheese, make sure you
Shit,
subscribe to Mama D's Cakes on Facebook.
yeah, Avon, all that.
Yeah, man. She got everything you need, for real.
That's a fact.
Hell yeah. But
I think
yo, listen, anything else?
I might be good, man. I might be it for me. I think I'm good.
So listen, man. Hey, you are now released back into your normal schedule, programming, corporate life, parental life, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you do. We salute you. I'm SenorLee.
I'm Ken Kapnick.
See you next pay week when we lock back in to a free state of mind.